If you don't feel like you have the time to search up a normal on-turn trading, you can always check out onturnGame.com. We are making trade instant and really secure through ours or through Steam, and we have the trading bots running 24/7, so you can basically trade with the bot whenever you want, and it will accept offers. And this is for lower tier items, so if you've got a lot of $0.03 items, I really recommend checking out onturnGame.com and its trading bot. Link will be first in the description, so enjoy the video. Before this video starts, I just want to say that these videos will be uploaded on Thursdays, so stay tuned for that, and we'll be doing that for as long as possible. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you. Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of coding in HTML. This is a beginner guide, as said, and this is the part 3 that I'm gonna go deep into, and we're gonna find out. I'm just gonna close off my programs that I've started. Just give me 1 second, and yeah, I mean, okay, never mind. Okay, there we go. So in this video I will be talking about where you can have your website, or where your website actually can be hosted. So to host your website, you can do it on your own computer, but that will waste your own resources, and you gotta keep your when you have your website on, you gotta keep your computer on. So I don't think that's a good solution to that, actually. So if you don't have like a home server, I'd recommend getting a hoster. So for example, it's this Miss Hosting. I can recommend it. There is I'm just gonna switch to English. There we go. But anyway, this website, I'll recommend it. It's for UK host. If it's in Sweden, it will be Miss Hosting, but you're just gonna find a hosting that pretty much suits what you need. Me, for myself, I have got like an unlimited data limit and stuff, so it should be relatively cheap, but yeah, you're just gonna find the best solution. But you want to search for hoster, you gotta research it the best. So like just web hoster. You see there's top 10 sites, you know, you gotta make some research, you gotta make some digging, and then you're gonna get a domain, and domain has to do with something on your website. So if whenever you're spending it on art, or you have a company name, you're gonna buy a domain, and the domain costs yearly around $10. So I just want to get you so you get your informations, and that's basically what I will do. And I will recommend getting a domain from the hoster or the company that you're hosting with, that's hosting the website for you, because otherwise there is a lot of struggles, because yeah. And a domain, if you don't know what a domain is like this. This domain, google.com, is a domain, not a domain. So right now we're gonna dig right into it, and we're gonna fix some bugs that we didn't fix last time. So let's open up brackets again. Your project should be open, or should be like automatically here if you haven't opened or made another project, and then we're gonna press on live preview. And you know, I'll show you this just when it loads soon. Right, there we go. You see it when we scale it, this doesn't, like, the nav bar isn't they aren't scaling, and it's looking kind of weird. Like when I record those 2 other videos, when I soon went to sleep that night, I just thought of it for a second, and I remember that the height of the nav bar is in percentages. So if I do that in percentages, that will just be the percentages relative to the site, but we're gonna have that in pixels instead. So we're gonna change that to, should we say 50 pixels? I mean, 50 pixel looks good, and let's try it. And you see, there is no weird effect right now. So now it looks good, and we fix this hover thing. I also said that we're gonna do some effects on the read more, and to be honest, I haven't done some more research on it, but let's try. So we're gonna set the, I want to set the background color to hashtag F3 F3 F3. That's a grayish color. And I was looking kind of, yeah, you know what I'm saying. And then we want to have the cursor set to pointer, so we have this point effect, so we can actually click it. And then we maybe want to have the border color to be set as our normal color, so that's 0099 FFF. Then you can see the border color set to that, and then we want, or actually we maybe don't want the background color. We want the background color to be full transparent. Transparent in HTML. The image opacity. So that wasn't really what I was looking for. I was looking for this color thing, and then we can set the opacity. But let's forget about that. We can just do it to white, and then we can change the border radius to, let's say, how will that do? That'll make it round. And then border style to dashed. That's not what we want really. So you can mess around a lot with this. You can do it to hidden. We're not gonna do it to hidden. We're gonna have it to do it double. Let me check double. What does that looks like? It looks like completely normal to me. Border. Border. What should it be? Border width. Border width, I think. Oh my god, that looks terrible. 5 pixels. But then we don't want this to be double. We want this to be just 1. Oh, never mind. We messed up that. We're gonna remove the border style completely, and now you see it's getting this a bit. That's a bit weird. In my opinion, that's kind of weird effect. We want the border style to be solid, I think. But we don't want that little, like, I'm gonna explain it. We don't want that little shading effect. So that's kind of weird, but never mind. I've just fixed it. And then you have the width to maybe 10 pixels, and the height. Oh no, width can't be that. It has to be like, to make it 150 pixels, and then the height should probably be like 100. No, I'm just kidding. 25, 30, 40, 30 pixels. There we go. And now we have that. Read more. But maybe we want something that's kind of. Actually, should we make the dot info? I think that's a. Wait, but don't wait. What did we name it? Because we're gonna reference it. That isn't anything. All right, so read more. Then we should have the. Here should we have the font style to bold. Font style to. You want that to be bold. Or below. What's that? It's not the thing I want. Font. Wait, this should probably. Font. Alright, fair enough. We can actually do like this. If we just make the. If we just have. Wait, should we have that in another font? Font family. Monospace. Read more. Nah, that seems kind of off. Arial. Fantasy. Okay, that got really fat. Sans serif. wait, font weight. So I believe 500. Doesn't this? I thought it says. Oh, it does. There we go. The font weight is how much it weighs, how heavy it is, how fat it is. So yeah, obviously you can see. And then if we do the .info button hover, we can maybe change the background color to, should we do the same, 0099FF. So if we hover over it, change that, and then maybe the color to white, and let's have a transition of let's say 0.4 seconds. Okay, so now if we read more, I mean, that looks good, but I'm not sure. I think that it may have to actually, if we do like this, and if we change the color to white, just the normal, and then then it will have this kind of weird effect, and that is kind of weird. But should we just, I'm not sure, man, if we just have it like that, and then if we hover over it, because it looks kind of cool when we hover over it, to be honest. But we want to have this like first impression good look. What do you think, guys? Comment that in the description if we should have this as default or just when you hover over it. Alright, and now maybe we want like a big text that says something here, because if you check out my website, I use my website for reference, for referencing, and maybe we want something here, or for example here I put something, and you see I put a text, a picture, and just a just smaller text. And I think this looks pretty good, to be honest. But keep in mind that I have this background, and with the background I've actually just used the free program, which kind of like blurs it or unfocuses it. Is that correct English? I'm not sure, but I won't care either. So wait, actually, if you click read more, you should be going to another page. So let's actually create another file, and we'll call this about.html. And actually let's create a new folder as well, HTML files, and we will have the about.html in, can we drag it in there? Actually, let's show it in the file explorer and drag it in here. There we go. And then we'll create another file called CS. We don't want to create a file. We want to create another folder called CSS files. Just keep it organized. And then we're going to create a new file inside that, and we're going to name this about.css, because we want another styling, I think. Or do we? We could just use the normal style. It's good to create new, so let's just have it like that. So here in the index, or actually let's create another folder as well, images, will be called images. And if I now drag it, oh no, we don't want to delete it, we want to show it, and if we now drag it in here, images, and in images, something should happen to this website. I don't know why it isn't happening something. If we wait for it to load, I think the images, yeah, there we go. So now we gotta change that. So here in a style.css, we want to have, for the background, we want to have that set to images/background. So now you can see. So now it will locate it. So source, and then we'll go to images. There we go. Now we'll locate it and find it very nice. And then we want the about.html here. So we can start off by doing the doc type. And I know why it's doc type right now, because it's the doc type just tells it that it's a documentation type, basically. And then we're going to create the head, you know the basics, right? And then the body, of course. So here in the head, let's name this title about. Let's just name it about, why not? And here in the body, we want to have the same like menu, you know. So actually, let's copy this whole menu navbar class. And that was why I named it navbar. So there we go. And now it's looking weird because we haven't copied the style. So let's actually copy let's copy all of this and then paste it in an about.css. And then we're gonna reference the about.css. So as the same as we did here, we reference it, we linked it. We're gonna do the same here. And then we're gonna do link rel equals link rel equals style sheet, type equals text.css, href, and then dot slash CSS files, and then about CSS. Is that okay? Let's refresh this page. Something did definitely go wrong. I don't, oh, it's a space there. That may have caused some issues. What if we just remove one dot? Will something change? I definitely did something wrong here, so we're gonna check out this, how we did this. So basically we can just copy this to be on the safe side. And here we go. Oh, there we go. And then, but if we save it, refresh it, do this, do that, do this, do. Oh my god, I'm having a problem like locating stuff because I haven't really learned that yet. You know what I'm saying? There we go. You gotta have two dots to go back. So, and then we're gonna go into CSS files, and then about.css. And there is something that have gone terrible wrong here. The background should first of all be /images. But still it won't load for some reason, which I think is pretty weird, if I'm gonna be completely honest. So actually, let's try something. If we take this, you know, some stuff can actually go wrong. So if we take this and then we drag it back into this, there we go, and then we just do /about. There we go. We have made it, but we can't have it inside the CSS folder for some reason. I can't really tell you why. It should be inside it, and it should be working, but for some reason it isn't. But let's continue with this. Maybe we want to now actually let's so if you press on the, you know, remember with this href, if you press on the about, it'll take us to HTML files / about.html. So if we then click on about, cannot get HTML, and I think I know what the issue is. I think the issue was that I used something that go wrong here, since I know that I've used spaces, so we're gonna change that. We're not gonna have spaces here. And let's see how that goes. There we go, it did update, so that's very good. And then we just want HTML file / about.html. Oh, there we go. So I think that was the issue before. We had spaces, we can't have spaces, so then we're gonna do the same here. Down on read more, we're gonna change that to ./HTML file / about.html. So if you press and read more, href. Oh, I know the button isn't href, so the button will just be a regular button. So we're gonna create an A instead, a link, as I said before. That was the sound of something getting ready. Okay, href equals dot /HTML file / about. If we press and read more, it'll take us to that page. But now you can see there is something, or was that only me that saw something weird happen with this? And I think, yeah, you see, it got kind of weird. You see, it's not the same color anymore. So we're actually gonna fix that in 1 second. We're gonna go into the style.css and fix that. So you remember we had all the like coloring things. We're gonna do info button a color white, what we have black, and then text decoration none, and then if we hover over it, we will have the color to white. Now it's the same, but we still have this. We want this transition to set to 0.5 seconds. No, that we want to have it the same, so we're gonna set it to 0.4 seconds. There we go. Now it says read more, and you can click it and it brings you to the contact or about page. So let's actually change something in the about page. Almost, I've seen that, or I just realized that this video has taken 22 minutes, which is way too long. So I'm sorry if I have had these like kind of longer videos, but yeah, I hope you enjoy the videos. And in the next episode, we will fix the about, and we will make it look pretty. But we have the basic navigation right now, and we have learned about buttons and how the href works and how kind of file navigation works. And I actually learned something too. You can't have spaces. I actually thought you could have spaces, but apparently you can't. But yeah, that was basically all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, I'll be pretty happy. And yeah, I'll basically see you guys in the next video, and enjoy. Why did I say that in the end? I know, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Check out huntergame.com. Bye.